let me explain how we plan to go about go about running this portfolio, maybe via a diagram. Okay. Now, if you look at the diagram here, we have essentially three lines. Okay. The red line is the portfolio itself. The black line is, you can call it the floor or rising floor. Essentially, that is the target return that is and is being compounded. Okay. And the green line is basically the market index. Okay. So the whole objective of a target return portfolio is to ensure that the portfolio, or the red line, stays above that rising floor, or the black line in this instance. Okay. Now, let me explain it this way. Say, take for example, at this particular point in time, whereby we are very bullish on the market, right? When we run a relative return mandate, what we would do is that the portfolio will take on the full risk of the market to try to maximize the return. Okay? But when we run a target return portfolio, given the same environment whereby we are very bullish, we may not actually take on the full risk of the market. Okay? The amount of risk that we are prepared to expose the portfolio to at this particular point in time is highly dependent on how much risk capital that is available to us. What do we mean by risk capital? Okay. If you look at the diagram, essentially it is a difference between the portfolio value, which is represented by the red line, above the rising floor, or represented by the black line. So the more risk capital we have means the more risk we can take. Now, assuming at this particular point in time, whereby the market outlook is very bullish, but the amount of risk capital available to us is very minimal, we will not actually expose the portfolio to the full risk of the market, simply because when we run a target return portfolio, the primary objective is actually to protect the principal or the capital, to ensure that the portfolio value remains above that rising floor, unlike in a relative return whereby the objective is to maximize return.